This is the community development segment. We're going to go over to Ablekuma Jomo now. As the residents there are appealing for government to really step in ASAP and fix their roads. We have a report for you by our colleague Fauzu Masabudu. Take a look at this. When we come back, we'll ask.
Untapped resources, Ablekuma Jomo, like neighboring communities, grapples with long-standing challenges, notably the impassable state of their roads, the primary motivation for our visit. A journey from the Ablekuma Pokwasi intersection to Joma, usually under 10 minutes, now takes nearly an hour due to the dilapidated roads adversely affecting residents' daily lives.
The road is not good. Because of that, our clients are not coming. And aside that, when we go cut profiles or something like glass, the time you get here, then the glass is blocking. So we have problem.
Beautician Gifty Asumedu reveals losing customers due to these conditions.
First, I was located at Ablekuma, but because of the road, most of my clients don't want to come here because of the bad road. Yeah, and it really affects my, my business.
In a community of over 12,000 people, the lone public health facility can only admit a maximum of 10 patients at a time. Chief Ni Ayi Ama Okropon I shares the personal impact, recounting the tragic loss of his father, a fate he believes could have been averted with a well-equipped health center.
Come on, my road. Obaka Joma Jiwana. Ke Akaba Nabafe Road, our Keke Gacentra, Kaka Bafan Keton Agape. Kaka Mekenya Agape Gonshi, Bashi, May Road and in Bajoma, Kakashi. Keke Echo, Nuabanu, and Mekomon, I can back at Paradise. Lama ke wanu kono paka baba fe road ake wanu kono akake gba paradise a fe got escape nyejem keke ashi the main road ni e famu e cho manhole ko cho miene ke son ni tashe body fen wan e nyama jepo ko tesh ko me she nyondo ba no besani aba massage bo more than 1 week no painkiller before you be free. Why? Aba hospital oni ka yimpo kente po agbumi abi na mi tu fa ko manu ya ko hospital me bendo kono in papa go pata because of no wakelete Joma hospital bibia ni obe ame bedoko ame betu fan papa ame be even ame bedoko no akelenya aras lekeya hospital lentie gbe na kele ba tun no na kele ba ya gbe po ni gbe papa le gbe po ni gbe mo because kwian boom be lo le sisi be tesin gbian be ho be pla na keso ma ba papa gbo simi just like that.
Our investigation takes us to the Joma Health Center, revealing a facility with only 6 beds in the general wards and 2 for maternity, supervised by Emmanuel Apeu. Limited resources, largely donations from individuals and groups, underscore the challenges faced due to unsuccessful attempts to secure government intervention.
When I picked up beds, we didn't even have beds for the wards. So I have to go around other facilities to look for broken beds. They refurbished them and used. So as we speak, we have only 1 brand new bed that came from government during the COVID time. Then a volunteer, a nurse who also volunteered a brand new bed to us. All the other beds you see here are all refurbished beds that are being used. But notwithstanding, we are doing our best. But looking at the bed capacity and the number of patients that we get is inadequate. Because when it happens like that, you have to refer most of the patients to the nearby. And the nature of our road, even when we refer them, they don't want to go. Because transportation is a problem. No driver wants to go. If you call National Ambulance itself, they will tell you the road is bad and I can't come.
Despite this, Emmanuel asserts their commitment to providing quality services, a sentiment echoed by Mercy Philip.
Okay. How are you feeling now?
Better now.
So how has the service been over here?
Very good. Their treatment is very good for me.
And when did they say you are going to be discharged? Have you been informed about that yet?
No.
Close to Mercy in this ward is the only oxygen cylinder serving the entire health facility. This is really disheartening, and authorities here say, when there's pressure on demands, that becomes quite problematic. So there's a need for urgent intervention.
Emmanuel Apeu further calls on the government to include the health center in the NHIS service provision, citing the financial struggles of many patients.
if the government is listening, Dr. Okoboy, I know he's a very solid man. Please, as a matter of agency, they should grant us the licenses so that the community members can enjoy the NHIS services, because poverty in the community is very high.
Educational infrastructure emerges as another critical concern. The sole public basic school, marred by open sheltered classrooms, exposes students and teachers to the weather, worsened by bat invasions in the few properly sheltered units.
This is the class 5 of the Jomo Methodist Basic School, and as you can see, there are some parts of the ceiling that have been patched, because I understand the holes, in the ceiling have become more like an abode for the bats. And on the desk, you can see some guano, or if you like, some feces of the bats. This is adversely impacting academic, work here at the school, and authorities are, as a matter of urgency, calling for a prompt intervention.
Back at the Chief's Palace, Ni Ayi Ama passionately appeals to the government, emphasizing the community's desperate need for its rightful share of national development.
Wangpa regional minister fai, echame, ni money no joma, neke joma wide, ding, ni mo abasa joma. Ejake, wa road yehi, wa hospital yehi, wa school sane le kon, sukun sane joma le hi kura. Ehi kura. Wa be pipe mami. One demand na kandi bi ne hospital, road, pipe, wa light ele hu wale, ka joma ni he nchan waju. Ke every 3 days ka mo 4 days aba light off 3 days yemi. Otashi no fia, ka ni injepo ni wo yin no. Agape top fin ke mo down ke mo Ablekuma se la pass fin wa light ho be jo ma pe be mini jo me fe mini jo ma mini wo fe wa mo wa ya wa fe papa ni wa ka wo shipon aha na bu anu na ho ni di o greater Accra amena nu na amenu na me ka kwa adun amaye wa mo wa fe sha alon te pe dade shimbo o ba na kishin dade e bon le pe mo no e shaheni be Ghana no na fi oji no ni Ghana sumoji demonstration. Dan you are a youth chief etama say amegba na hu. How of demonstration? How they think no nya na atwe. Joma demonstration e ba gbe to mo mene. Mo fe mo kai ba ko bolo fe kai me baba wo mi. That is Joma demonstration. No one sumo wo demonstration.
Joma in Ablekuma is fast growing in population, and it is a no-brainer that the community needs urgent developmental attention. For Citi News, Fauzuma Saudu, Accra.
All right, so you've seen there the state of that road, and if all the roads are like that, that's a death trap. It's one of those situations where you see how we looked at the hospital and the facilities were scanty, right? So you imagine that you have a medical emergency, you are rushed to that facility, then you are stabilized and you have to be transferred. How you arrive at the next facility alive, in good condition to be helped, will be a miracle, really. Frima?
David, it's important for us to note that road affects a lot of things as far as our survival is concerned.
Yeah.
Okay, so due to bad roads, now health facilities are also, access to proper health care delivery is a challenge. Now, productive time is lost.
Yeah.
Now, children going to school have issues.
Yeah.
So you realize that when the road is that bad, it affects every aspect of our life. Cost of living will go up. Now, when you even call for public transport, a lot of people wouldn't want to use that road. For those who would also want to come in, you have to pay exorbitant fees. You know, even the people, residents in these areas, the difficulty in using this road every day is also a threat to your health because you are always being moved in certain areas. Now, let's look at pregnant women. People are sick. If you go to that unresourced hospital in that area, that's a clinic or hospital, whatever it is, in that area, and you need help, at what time would an ambulance even be prepared to use this route? Now, how long will it take an ambulance to even ply that route to get to a hospital? If you have to be transferred, how swift would that be done? Children going to school. So you realize that it affects almost everything. And we've spoken about poor roads, God knows for how long. Sometimes I don't even know what else to say. Okay, considering we are in the year of roads,
This is the year of roads
we
part
have
2,
been
isn't it?
in the year of roads for
part 2. Yeah, because we've done year of roads. We did year of roads part 1 and year of roads part 2.
going to part 3. But this is it, quite honestly. I mean, it's that frustrating, you know. So you talk about people in Ablekuma Jomo, you know, and sometimes you feel like you should come and see my area too.
Yeah, I know, right?
So we are in the same soup and we all understand these things. It's just how do I say it? Some people don't feel the impact as others would. Because if you are driving a V8, you won't feel that impact.
As
you know,
much, yeah.
if I have to go get a trotro to go through, my cry will be different. So we are all using bad roads, but others are really feeling the brunt much more than the rest. You know, and sometimes it's very unfortunate that those who have to feel it the more are the ones who have better cars who feel it the least. And maybe that is why not much attention is given to some of these areas. But I mean, if we also, the country doesn't have money to do these things, and so it won't be done, just come out and let's know that you people forget about it. We said it was going to be year of roads, but as it stands now, we don't have the money to do anything. So listen, just bear with us and find ways and means that you can go about and just ensure that you don't fall sick. Just try that your children. I mean, just be honest with us, but this kind of giving us jargons and, you know, hopes and themes for the year. Meanwhile, we know not much really is going to be done. Well, I don't know.
I wonder what the next year will be called. Because we've done year of roads 3 times. I wonder what next year will be called.
Yeah, I'm
anyway,
tired.
So I think that it's important for us to understand that the very economy that runs this country, or that we run in this country, is influenced and affected greatly by the quality of roads that we have. If we will invest a bit more, stop wasting the money, stop allowing people to steal the money and let them get away with stealing the money, all of those things. And we will invest more into making sure that we upgrade that the worst of our roads is a motorable dirt road. The worst of our roads is a motorable dirt road that has been smoothed over, right? So the only thing you're having now to deal with is dust that you are challenged with. That should be the worst of the roads that we have, but that's not the case.
But David, even in this era, should we be looking at some? Look, the places that
I'm just saying that let's move from the bad, the worst
but we will get there.
to bad.
We will go back because if the roads are graded, all you need is one rainfall, and we are back to square one.
True.
You know, and I think that all the places that we spend huge sums of monies to travel for vacations and all that is because of their roads. Okay, look. It transforms a whole community.
It changes everything.
It changes everything.
Everything
so
changes.
can we have, for instance, in 2024, whoever comes, whether 24-hour economy, whether digitalization, whatever it is you want to do, can we start from, let's fix our roads. So for the next 4 years, let's say that we want to ensure that we will not see red sand anywhere. Let's just focus on the roads because it affects everything, agriculture, productivity, healthcare, everything. Can we have somebody to come in? Look, we are thinking of 24-hour economy, we are thinking of digitalization, and we close our eyes to the basics of all this. You get it? So we are doing all this. Farmers can't bring their produce to the markets because the roads are bad. We can't have access to quality healthcare because the roads are bad. We can't have proper time to work because the roads are bad. Everything goes back to the roads are bad. We are all kind of blaming why we are not able to do what we have to do because the roads are bad. And realistically, it is. Look, when it rains, some of these areas are in more trouble.
And there's only one person's job to do the roads, government.
Exactly. So why don't we say that in the next 4 years, our priority is to fix roads in the country?
Get it over and done with. Anyway, this has been the community development segment. Interesting conversations.